begin. Scanning stop. 1, 1, 8, 5, 5, 5.
A bit easier. Don't have to worry. That's right, yeah, he's been doing bits and bobs on the old Sophia he's got. He's even washed it this year as well, so he's doing really well. I said he's doing really well. I'll turn the power up. He's doing really well. He's even washed it this year as well as repair it and get it for an MOT. They're good guys anyway. I think he actually done it without nature doing it. Wow. Don't do anything else. No, I played my car the other day, my missus' car. It's hers, I've got a scooter and a motorbike myself. I cleaned her car the other day, and then the bird shit all over it, and then I wiped it all down with bird shit remover and all. So I've got proper car cleaning gear. And I sorted the car out, made the car look nice, and I come back in the garden, and there's shit all over my scooter. Yeah. My front hose, the run to it goes through the lock. So I have to be so careful. I get about 30 seconds, 60 seconds worth of warm water on a day like this before it comes out cold. So when I do the front guard, I always have to make sure I usually put the first couple of minutes on the car. So it doesn't get a proper wash, just gets a rinse down with warm water. But the pipe runs the full length of the 16 metres of the lock, and it gets quite a bit of warm water there. So I have to be careful in this weather to not to water the plant straight away. I've got to turn the tap off, otherwise I'll boil them. The other outside tap's okay, because that comes straight off the sink main, but this one, the front of the other one runs right through the length of the room. So it's quite warm. But yeah, that is I'll put that in my diary that I can't remember the date of it, but it was confirmed that it has been done in the last month. Yeah, I know what you mean, fella. Good to hear you anyway. I think there's other people on here now as well. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Jeff. I'll leave it to you stop then and get back to you later. Well, I've got I'm cooking the dinner. I'm doing myself a nice Good on you, Trev. I've just said double egg on toast. Always hungry. Hope you're well, Trev. Good to hear you, Ian. You bloody liar, Trev. thinks I'm a Charlie uniform November Tango, but never mind. No, you're another Brian. You'll help people. I mean,
Confirm.
gentlemen. Well, that is wonderful. Anyway. And I don't charge him much either because I value his friendship, not his money. You're going to go to bed tonight with a Mexican. I've heard it all now, Trev. Only you can figure that one. Cheers. 73 there, 33 Scott, and anybody else who has spoken to, if anyone deal with you. Have a good afternoon, and yeah, there you go. Catch you later. Hey, Trev, take care of Ian. 7-3, gents. Happy Sunday. Oh, go Ian, you still there? Why are your microphone? Packed up. That's the only one I had. But you know what? Brian, he's great stuff. The urgent is packed up. There's a pump through my door, and he's got
What was it that drew you?
Days a week. It's in the chart.
On.
Yeah, picking up all sorts of new people on the radio there. I think I'm going in bright sunlight. It's affecting my phone. I've no idea why. Anyway. Let's put the phone down quick. Oh, that might be me. Anyway, what I'm going to do is set my tent up, because I cleaned it, you know. sheet, a ground plane is what you use for an antenna. What we're doing, we're rolling that out like that, and then we're getting this, and basically straight on top. And then, obviously we don't need the camping pegs. Stealth camping in the house. What we've got here is aluminium, which is really lightweight and also really easy to put together. We've got one pole like that, and all you're doing is laying it across like that. Trust me, these put together are so much quicker than the fiberglass ones. Get in there, we're not going there. There we go. And all you're doing is just crisscrossing them. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put that into that hole there. What we're going to do is just clip a couple on. Like that. And then sneak over this side. What we've got to do here is give it some right bend. Like so. And I really love this kind of tent design. I've got to say it's my favourite kind of, it's easy to put up, to be honest with you. All that threading the poles through, all that bollocks, you don't need to be doing that, man. And you can just do this. I've definitely got my mojo back, man. I ain't felt this positive, man, for years. That's what happens when you get rid of calorie housing, man. Your mind becomes free because you're not having to listen to fucking morons. Right, what we've got to do here is collapse all on the floor. Put that in there. 1, 2. Same again. What we're going to do now is go like that. Here we go. The basic construction. If it was raining, you'd be doing this in a hurry. bit at the top with tile. We'll give it the full treatment of the tent tonight. I'll get all the flaps down man and show you. Anyway, this camera's really dim man, the brightness. Anyway, that's sort of the inside bit. See, because it's a 4-season tent, in the summer, you could just like use that bit. And obviously, it's super light and super manoeuvrable, would be the correct term. Yeah, and that's the, on a nice sunny night, on a nice warm summer evening, you wouldn't, well, you might want the top on, you do get a bit of mildew. And what winterises this tent on this bit is all this proper material. The only mesh you've got really, because that's mesh and material behind it, are these bits here. Oh look, my brightness has come back now. That's odd. A brand new phone as well. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just have a quick coffee. Because all I keep doing is drinking bloody Lucasade. End up turning orange, I think. I've got to bring my kettle over. I've been out flying my drone again over the sea. It's quite mad flying over the sea. People only crash because they get real down low. The sensors can't work out where they're at and try landing in the sea. But I'm just like above all the ships, flat out. That's why I don't crash. Because I'm really high. And I'm going to see the submarine next week. My dad and my granddad will be happy. Right, sugar. Have we got any sugar? Or have we got to go and see that Asian girl and buy some? No, what's on here? In the camping tin. So there's loads of good shops around here though. And I just had meat and chips. And it was only about £6.50, and where I come from, that'd be about £10.50. Do I have coffee or tea? I'm going to have PG Tips. First things first, I better fire that. I tell you, it's got a nice oven on this cooker here. So that is that one there. She needs to get an igniter though. Luckily I've got a light. It might even have one. Yeah. It's all happy days now. Mad, eh? Mad how things can change, and you can be in one situation where you're just miserable, not wanting to be around, and then boom, you're in another place, man, where you're just loving it. And that's where I am at the minute. Which is kind of crazy, because a week ago I was dreading it. Now I'm loving it. I quite like meeting all new people around here I've been talking to. Right, back to the tent. So what we'll do, we'll put the top on. What I'll do is I'll put these down here so you get different angle. And then I'll show you how we winterize it. Here's the top. What you do, it's as simple as that. What you want is your guy ropes, these, you want them kind of level with your poles. Just sort out what? And what we've got, which is another design of the tent I really like, is if you get down here though, you've got clips, right? Which you're clipping in here. And then you can tighten them up like I already have. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just put you over here a minute. What I'll also do is let the flaps down, and I'll show you these. What these are is in winter, when it's raining loads, what you got on a normal tent, all that be exposed, you like, and you've got the same this side. I've just got to toggle them. You just toggle them away. And these are really handy. Keeps the chills out. Completely wind resistant. Yeah, what you want is your lines coming down where your poles are. That's the correct position. Look at that. I'll just quickly plug these in. Drop these side bits. Like that. Warmest tent I've ever had, definitely. And what you kind of end up with is a skirt going right the way around. Anyway, last time I'm just going to put you down there. This is what I do this side, which only needs. I'm sure they could design something Velcro or design something that's easier than these little toggles. That feed me as fuck, man. Now at 3 in the morning in the dark, that's for sure. Right. So obviously, you've got your tent pegs. You can be banging them in all around. Also, you're going to be pulling that out. And also, as an added bit of security, underneath, I'll just show you, you've got some little ties that you can oh, I don't know that. Oh. You've got some little ties you can actually tie onto your poles, but I've never needed to do that. Yeah. What we'll do, we'll just quickly just tie the door and the window back. That. And then the same this side. Then, if you don't like where it's positioned, you just pick it up and off you go. Yeah. What we've got here with a doorway, hang on, we've got 2 little vents here. Keep the old condensation down. And then we've got 2 doors and boss, look, we're in the tent. Going backwards. And I'll just give you an indication of the room in here. You can't really swing a cat in here, but I'm 6'2", and I'm 6'2", and I can sort of sit up and not hit my head. And when I lay down, I'll show you. Lost the phone. It's where my sort of head is, and but you can sort of not do a lot in here, but the vestibule there, you can sort of work there. You've got pouches. You've got a hook there. And it's already really warm in here. And I'll show you the double skin, what I mean. Got nice net there. What we're going to do is wind her right open and tie this one back. There's not any creepy crawlies in here, so that's all good. I've already tested it and nothing gets through the mesh. In fact, this tent's totally lived up. It's gone beyond what I thought it was going to be. The actual heat in here is unreal. And when you go camping, 9 times out of 10 you're freezing your bollocks off, man. Which isn't nice. Obviously, in this tent, it's just very warm. Yeah, I'm 6'2" and I can just about manoeuvre around it. Yeah. What we'll do, spin it round because I've got the old, what we'll do is move it out here a minute. We'll spin the ground sheet round. It's always good to have like a ground sheet. But always remember your ground sheet, never have big edges of your ground sheet out there or anywhere. Keep it right under because as soon as that rains, all that bit that's exposed is going to do is just suck water under your tent. But if you're looking to keep warm, dry, that's your one. And I've got 2 of these kind of tents, but this is the 4-season one. I've got like a green one as well. And obviously, green tents, the sun, you're dying. This just reflects the heat off. The same principle as wearing a white shirt on a sunny day rather than a black one. Bit of physics for you, bit of science. I bet people are tuning in thinking, wow, he's cheered up. Here we go, look, what we'll do is spin her around. And I think my water's boiling. So she is. I'm going to need a cloth or something to pick that up. That's my camping kettle, which I constantly set alight on the open fires. I'm going to bring me up my proper kettle once I get all my stuff. And my telly as well. Okay. I think I'll fix this. Fixing everything for her. Why not? Right, the meal. £2p an hour. Let that brew for a bit, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put my telly there. I might have my decks out there. Yeah. All my records are on here. And, yeah, I've got loads of stuff. Get bring over. What did I do with my half a spliff then? Left it out there, didn't I? That's what I've got to fix now, I think. I can find where I put it. That's in my pocket. Not really into that geezer's music, but he might not be into the specials. We'll find out. Right, what I've got here look, is just pocketfuls of radio, handfuls of radios. God, I bent my new antenna a little already. I'll have to sort that out. And what I've also got, which I bought this time, is, well, it's not there. Got one somewhere. I've got a, where is it? Is it in another bag somewhere? My other rad towel? Could be up here. Which I've got to take to the library to update the firmware. Did I even bring it? Yeah. Which is this? Get this one. The Radtel 880 Pro. But in a minute it's boxed. It doesn't do anything because I've got to update the firmware. But I've got so into using that 950 Pro that I never got round to it, kind of thing. And I still haven't bought another radio since the 950 Pro because it's still the best one out there. The fact that you can be on like PMR and then go on to FM, maybe the first ones that actually, well, Quanchang tried and got it hideously wrong, but Radtel were the first ones that perfected it, which is on this one. Ben 950 Pro aerial, which I only just fucking bought. Right. Speakers. Yeah, I've got 6 of them. So I don't know where we're going to put them. I've got about 4 or 5 decks I've got to pick up. We could have a speaker there, a speaker there, a speaker there, a speaker there, and one in each corner. Then again, seriously, I mean, I could be here 6 weeks, I could be here 6 days. Either way, I'll be moving on to my new place. But yeah, saying that, I did tell the girl that I'm getting to quite like this place. It's quite homely actually. Kind of settling in the street. Not that there's any settling in to do, I just fucking bosh, I'm just me and that's it. But it's all good. Getting on with everyone. Yeah. It's a real vibrant community out there actually. I might just say to the housing, I'll just stay here and ask that girl if I can stay. Yeah, it seems it's clean. And sort of up here, I've got 2 bedrooms. And I fixed the bathroom issue. We've got here's the bathroom, the shower. Up another step, got a little 1-bedroom room. I'm kind of all over the house. I've got my little wardrobe up here, and then there's like a double bedroom in here where I am. Well, I'm kind of everywhere. Yeah. Gillingham, Kent. In fact, it's going to be quite sad when I leave here. To be honest with you, unless I could strike some kind of deal, but we'll have to see what happens. Be a different house now once I get all my stuff in. Basically, my social worker said if I hire a white van, he'll drive it for me, so that's all good, because we'll feel one of them like. In fact, my social worker's trying to imagine all my records, because I told him how many I've got. I think he's going to be quite impressed. And I ain't got to sell them. In fact, we're going to be buying some more records. How about that? Garden? Yeah, I've got a garden out the back there. Got a tent as well. Going to any Afghanis out there? Any people getting off the boats at Dover? We've got a lovely tent here. Forget the hotels, we've got tents. That's what they should do. I tell you what, let's fire up that radio. There was all sorts of fucking people chit-chattering on there earlier.
Frequency mode.
They're not there now, but we'll just leave that down there. Yep, I'm definitely keeping all my records. In fact, we've got to pick up loads of decks, about 2 or 3 amps, just all the hi-fi related stuff. I've got it all bundled in the corner, that's all ready to go. It's basically just a matter of, well, we've arranged it with Clarion, or my social worker has. Yeah. And I've got these other ladies from the council who are now going to interact with me. I've got another person from social services who's now going to interact with me as well. I think I quite impressed them. I think they thought it could have all ended up in tears and there might have been a bit of violence, man, do you know what I mean? Like, but there wasn't anything like that. Mad, eh? In fact, I'm feeling quite happy. and I can sort of crack on with my life and just enjoy myself. Because that's what life's about at the end of the day, enjoying yourself. And having Clarion housing just wrapped around your brain, just abusing you all the time, but I'm not letting Clarion get away with everything. In fact, I've got all the paperwork. I'm going to actually be taking them to court for slander. I've got a very, very good case, but I will do that. But yeah, they're just fucking unbelievable, man. I've never come across any people like them. We used to be sort of owned by a little housing association, but then Clarion took over. And it just fucking went downhill. And then I upset Marcy Pepper because I swore at her. Tough shit, innit? And then I rang up and complained about Marcy Pepper and said, you really shouldn't be having people like Marcy Pepper deal with people with autism and ADHD. And they got quite offended by that. But to be honest, I'm in a better position than them to know, obviously having the condition. Yeah. But like I said to the social worker, Clarion are used to just smashing people's brains up. A lot of people with autism have got learning problems, so they're not going to really know anyway. And because I haven't, I get it all. Yeah, it's mad. And they don't mash my head up because they throw something at me and I just throw something back at them. Mad, eh? A girlfriend once a week. Yeah, there's quite a few of them around here actually. Yeah, might even stretch to twice a week. How about that? I need a girl that's into records. Good records. Yeah. Just pacing about and so just buzzing. We'd have so much more money as well, which should all go towards a new drone. Mad, eh? But if they think I'm going to be polite to Marcy, if she's there when I go round, I'm just going to get my stuff and I'm going to go up to her. I'm going to say, by the way, Marcy, you're a right nasty cunt. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry about the C word. And that'll be the end of that. I'll probably get another letter from the judge. Stop swearing. Oh. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Yeah. No more bedroom tax, which was like paying another council tax. Yeah. It's all up, well, it ain't all over, but all the shit's over, and the fun is beginning. Yeah, you're right there, mate. I'm not tarring them all, but the good thing is I got all the social workers. I said, look, can you watch what I'm doing here with Clarion very carefully? Because they're taking the right piss, and they all did. And they all got it straight away. You imagine what fucking Clarion are doing to old age pensioners and people with dementia and all that. They're just probably abusing them out there. That wouldn't surprise me, getting away with it. Crazy. Do you want to know what the first thing Clarion Housing did when they got in control? What they used to do, the housing used to go around and every 2 years for the OAPs, they used to decorate a room. And that's how sort of an OAP with no family would get their sort of flat or whatever done. 'cause every 2 years they'd come round and do it for nothing. The first thing they did when they got in was axed all of that, Clarion. I went right from being number 2 in the queue on the phone to being number 92 in the queue on the phone. And they're trying to tell me with ADHD that, oh, you're all right to sit there. Is anybody without ADHD all right to sit there? Do you know what I mean? That amount of time. Does you nothing. And then you get through to fucking someone in India or something, which, oh, they haven't got, oh, I've got all the ammo now, mate. I've got all, they've done their worst. Well, I ain't even started yet. But yeah, I'll be doing it all with a solicitor, and I've got all the evidence. And I've got witnesses that are social workers, heads of departments. But I'm not relying on them, I'm relying on written statements that I've got of people that are just bullshitting. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy what people say, right, about you when they think that you ain't going to see it. Well, the thing is, I've seen it all. But never mind. Ah, crazy. Tell you what, let's go and sit out the back, smoke that spliff, half a spliff. Get a lighter. Oh no, I won't say anything that I've not already said or anything that put me open to them. They're probably a bit jarred by the fact I haven't called them or haven't even interacted with them. But I don't need to do that. I'll just let my social worker do that. I'm just going to have a look at the house tomorrow night, I think, because I can actually get in there. Oh, I can actually get in there. I can actually get in there, right? Get some things, get out, and they wouldn't even know that I'd been in there, because I wouldn't be going through a window or a door. And no, I'm not going down the chimney. But obviously living there 54 years, I know various ways of getting in there. Not that I really want to, do you know what I mean? I just want all my stuff out now, like my decks and all that. Because I've had to put them somewhere in the house where it's temperature controlled, obviously. But they've put things over the windows, but as soon as it starts getting stupidly hot, because I said that to my social worker, as soon as it gets stupid, I'll just get hold of my nephew, we go around there and just rip them off, get in there and get it all out. But hopefully they haven't touched my records or even moved them. I don't think they've touched anything. I think they just go in there to secure the place. But they did try telling me that if I hadn't removed all my stuff, it would then be theirs. So I went and clarified the law, what the law said on that, which would actually make them be breaking the law. Crazy. Yet again, the intimidation tactics. They try it all the time, pressurising you, sending scary bailiffs letters. Because I rang him up. I said, who are you fucking sending scary letters to? I don't mind, you know what I mean? If they're polite and whatever. Some of them bailiffs letters are just right fucking near on abusive. So I just kind of ring them up and say, who are you talking to? Yeah, joys of ADHD. But I suppose that's what they do, don't they? Bailiffs intimidate people, and they get someone a bit vulnerable, and they're on them. Do you know what I mean? Everything is okay. In fact, I haven't been this okay for about 10 years. It's all good. Apart from that bass. But he'll I can't even get my words out. The sun's got me eyes. I'll have to get my strimmer, strim all that down. Yeah, I am moving life, man. It's going to be interesting. Lots of places to explore. But I quite like Gillingham actually. I have to get hold of my cousin. I've got 2 cousins over here, girls. Catch you later, mate. You have a good evening. It's bigger than what I thought, Gillingham. But I get lost in every now and again because all the fucking roads look the same. A bit like Chatham. All just hills. Little roads going up and down. In fact, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, they're all just next to each other. Chatham Historic Dockyard. I'll do a little video when I go down there. Trying to work out what kind of music that is. All I can hear is the bass. I get my TV as well, so I watch a bit of football. Got to get the Hoover. So I'm writing out a big list in there. Cutlery, plates, yeah. Unopened paint, unopened wallpaper. In fact, I think my social worker was right, we do need a van. Might get like a transit van. I don't think one of them little ones is going to do it. And you can rent one, do you know, for as little as 40 quid. But to be honest, one transit load, that'd be everything, me sorted, everything in there. Transferring all them records. I'm used to it, but I bet my social worker on it. Because they're quite heavy. He said, have you got them all together? I said, everything's together, they're all in bags. All I've got to do is pull the wires out the amp and out the speakers and that. Sounds like Turkish music or Syrian or something. Who am I? Don't know. I'm not really liking that tea anymore. Getting addicted to fizzy drink, I think. Yeah, I think he... Anyway, everybody, let's have a look. I might even keep in the old tent tonight for an hour. Put that up on the bed. How much battery have we got? 53%. Well, I'll be back later anyway. I'm literally going to charge this to 100%. And I'll